Hello, this is final video for the lookup function, and today we're going to talking about how to use XLookup function. Although that this function is not released yet and it's still in the beta, I just gonna give you a quick insight about how it's used and how it's done and what it is used for. So the syntax for this XLookup is the lookup value is the value that you are looking for. The lookup array is the column or a row where the XLookup will be looked for the match. This is by the default of the lookup value. The return array is a column or a row that does not need to be a part of the same table, as the lookup array is a reference to a range and will move with the insertion of the columns or a row. The match mode is an optional. The 0 is false, which is exact match. Number 1 is return the next largest item, or -1 is return the next smaller item, only if there's no exact match. And the search mode is optional also. 1 is to search from first to last, and -1 to search from last to first. So we're not going to worry much about the option, but we just care about the basic of how it works. In this example, we want to find all the information of the name, email, bonus, and salary based on the employee number. So we have the employee number that we select is 638839, and if we're gonna using the XLookup function, it's gonna be equal XLookup. A3 is the value that we are looking for, and we want to return the name, email, bonus, and salary, which A8 to A19, as you can see, A8 to A19, which if our value is matched, then display the range, which the return array is from B8 to E19. So as you see, B8 to E19. So whenever that EBIT match with the value we're looking for, then return the whole array from the same row that we specify. Return anything from B, let's say B14, C14, D14, and E14. That's how we get the value. So unlike the VLookUp, where if it match, you can only display one value, and then you have to apply each of the column with the same function of the VLookUp, and then it will find the next column and the next column and so on. With XLookup, it's a little bit of robust that it will, whenever that it match, then it will display the entire range of the value that you are looking for. So this way it's really helpful, instead of whenever that we have a big spreadsheet that we need to use a lot of VLookup, and then it's based on one of the matching for employee and bring back all the column associated with the employee number. Then this function is a great way to use. We also have some example from Microsoft. So let's looking at this picture right here. We have the country, the abbreviation, the prefix. So what is the deal code? Brazil is plus 55. So as you can see, this cell right here, they're using the XLookup, where F2 is the value that they are looking for, which is over here. F2 is Brazil, and B2 to B11 is the range where they gonna find the matching value. In this case, that it's gonna be Brazil, it's gonna be B6, and when it find the Brazil, if it match, then return the D2, D11. Instead of returning the whole array, you can also return a column or a value itself, which is D from D2 to D11. If it matching, then display the 55, which is you can see over here. The next example is when they also using the argument for the option. So you can see that right here we have an income where we type in our income, and then we want to find the approximately match instead of exact match, because when we're looking for income, a lot of time it's not the same exactly value that they list on the tax rate. So if a person make about 9,700, their tax rate will be 10%, and so on and so on. So if I make about 46,523, then what is my tax rate? So they're also using the XLookup over here to tell you how it's used. It's E2 gonna be the value that I am look for. C2 to 7 is where I'm gonna be look for that value, which is the tax rate. C2 to C7 is what actually this one right here is the C2 to C7 is the income. So if my income is match or approximately match with any of the income, then display the tax rate. In this case, gonna be from B2 to B7. As you can see, B2 to B7. If my income is above, let's say 39,475, which is I'm above on that one, then but the next one is 84,000, which I am kind of like in the between of those range. So unlike the approximate of the VLookUp and HLookUp, this one, if we put the 1, it's gonna be returning the next high value of the item. As you can see, they say over here is if you set it, the argument to 1 for the match mode, which means the function will look for an exact match, and if it cannot find one, it will return the next largest item. That's why it's saying here, if we are not finding anything that matching 46,523, then we look up for the next item, which means that from 39 to 84, the matching will be the next high one, which is the 24%, as you can see over here. Again, if you would like to see this spreadsheet, I will attach the link down in the video so that you can click on it, and then you can using this spreadsheet and review it by yourself and practice along with the other spreadsheet that I created, or I put it into one spreadsheet book so that you can open and play around with it or learn more about it as well. The next one is additional I want to talk about is the XMatch function, which is also going to be released, not released yet, it's still in the beta, and this function is a little bit kind of like the match function, but in this case it's really simple to use. Let's say that they have the product of apple, grape, pear, banana, and cherry, and then they have, let's say that now we want to look up or we want to matching. Let's say I have grape, so I want to matching with the product that we have on the list and give me the position of the and of course XMatch is returning the position related as is stated over here. The XMatch function search is for specific item in an array or a range of cell, and then returning the item relative to the position. So if the product, which is grape, match over here, then you can see grape is over here. The selected range will be C3 to C7. If it matches, then return the position of that value for you, which in this case, after apple is grape, which is the second position of the range. So that's it for this video. I just want to kind of like learn along with you on these new feature for the XLookup and the XMatch function, which is in the future we're gonna see that often. So hopefully that it helped you somewhat of knowing this beforehand, so that when you're seeing that, you're not gonna think like, oh, they have a mistake with the syntax because it's supposed to be VLookup or the HLookup. I never see anything like XLookup, but these are the new ones that they're coming out soon. So again, thank you for watching the video, and I will put the link for the free spreadsheet of this entire spreadsheet for you so you can play around with it. It's gonna be including with the VLookup, the HLookup, the LookUp, and the XLookup, as well as the XMatch example, so that you can have this spreadsheet, and then whenever that you need to review or want to play around with it to learn more about these, then you can use using my example, my value, and you can play around with it. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.